Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome back to Sir Hasnain English Language Academy. Today in this video, my dear students, we are going to learn how to write an essay. It is the second task in IELTS essay writing. So here we are with these three parts in an essay: introduction, body or explanation, and conclusion. Many students struggle with the first part of essay writing, it is introduction. When I ask them to write an essay, they usually make one mistake. They directly start from the very first sentence, whether they agree or disagree. But remember, this is not the correct way of starting an essay. You have to introduce the topic first. And in IELTS essay writing, topics are usually a situation. And on that situation, they ask you whether you agree or disagree. For instance, a topic is written before you. Newspapers have become an old source of information. People now prefer electronic media compared to print media, since the former one, which means electronic media, is faster and more reliable. And then they propose a very simple question: do you agree or disagree? What you have to do in essay writing, you have to first introduce the topic and you have to tell the background of the topic, what it says. And then in the second part, which is body or explanation, you have to explain and give your point of view. And then in the end, you have to conclude the topic. But many students struggle with introduction. You know that each of these three parts carries some weights. For instance, if introduction has 2.5 band score, body has 4 band score, and conclusion has 2.5 band score. And if you are not going to effectively introduce the topic, which means you are going to lose 2.5 band score. I'll tell you how to introduce any topic without any problem. You have to only stay tuned with me till the end of the video, and in only 5 minutes, you're going to learn how to introduce any topic of essay. Let's start. Introduction. What we do in introduction, we only give the background of the topic. Clear? We have a topic before us. Newspapers have an old source of information. People now prefer electronic media compared to print media, since the former one is faster and more reliable. What you need to do in order to write an effective introduction, you need to follow only 3 steps. Step number 1, read the topic and take out one word which you think is the most important word. Step number 2, remember the chosen word and forget the topic for the time being. Step number 3, define that chosen word. It is what that word means. You're not going to explain the topic here. In this first paragraph, you're only going to define that word, be that newspaper or any other word which you have underlined here. For instance, newspaper, you only need to define that word. What are newspapers? What do newspapers mean? You may tell that newspapers are actually a source of information for the people. That is one of the oldest source of information before even the invention or introduction to the electronic media or social media. It was the only source available for the people to get to know, to get updates about the current affairs and what's going on around, blah, blah, blah. So you can say so many things about newspaper. You can define newspaper. Don't define the topic. Don't explain the topic. So this is how you can produce and create an effective introduction to the given topic. Now, no matter what the topic is, you only have to choose one word which you think is the most important word, and then you will define that word. You will not explain the topic in the first paragraph. It is introductory paragraph. You will only define that word, and that one paragraph of around 40 to 50 words will become an effective introduction to your essay topic. I hope, my dear students, you have understood how to introduce a topic in IELTS essay writing. If you have not understood, you may watch my video again and get to know. You need to remember these 3 steps only. Number 1, read the topic and take out one word which you think is the most important word. Number 2, remember the chosen word, forget the topic. Number 3, define that word and You can actually make it easier by what I mean by saying that define that word, what that word means. For example, source of information. So you can define that what source of information means, or electronic media, what electronic media mean, or newspapers, what do newspaper mean. So this is how you can define that particular word, and it will become an effective introduction to the essay writing. We will talk about body and explanation and conclusion in the remaining other parts. And stay tuned with the channel. Till then, take very good care of yourselves. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.